Good morning. Delivery is emotional. Delivery really is emotional. And we heard yesterday that Amazon is creating table stakes of delivery within 2 days. I call that table stakes because actually the delivery is an emotional experience for the recipient. Can we take a look at this video, please?
A parcel, a present, lovingly wrapped, shaken and tapped. Is it a toy, a box full of joy, ready to be opened and cheer a young boy? Who will be waiting for that very thing, wrapped up in brown paper and tied up with string? Who's filled with excitement when the knock on the door brings in a package to entrance, to adore? What's in a parcel that warms up the heart, that brings us together when we're apart, and causes those tears, or brings out the cheers? So tear it, upright it, rip it and bite it. Eyes open wide as we peer inside, be amazed and surprised, come over all shivery at what's brought to your door through the power of delivery.
So delivery is emotional, and it can be a really good emotion. Equally, it can be a really bad emotion, which we didn't create a video about. But as consumers, some of you have probably even voiced your emotion about some of those bad deliveries. So at Metapack today, we will probably process around about 500,000 cross-border packages on behalf of our customers, who are large enterprise retailers and carriers who are accessing other carriers' networks. We'll additionally do, about 1 million domestic parcels. And from talking to that constituency of shippers, I'd like to share today 3 truths. So the first truth is, retailers get it. They get that delivery is emotional. They spend hours, literally hours, talking about how they can link the delivery experience with their brand proposition. The second truth is that cross-border delivery is also emotional. Just because you're sending it to someone else in a different country who you'll never meet, who might not have the language skills to abuse you on social media if that delivery doesn't work out great, doesn't make it any less emotional. And the retailer's competition for that delivery experience is the domestic operator. Those domestic operators have typically built up 15 or so years of domain expertise around what do customers want. And we've heard from all sorts of different countries, from the Middle East to Canada to Europe, about some of those user experiences. So the second truth is, cross-border delivery is emotional. The third truth is, to access the best of cross-border delivery experience, typically you have to inject your packages domestically in that country. The post-to-post or even the integrated solution typically, although there are exceptions, typically will not give that best-in-class experience for the cross-border recipient. Can we flick it on one? Can I flick it on one? Great, thank you. So as a technology company, how does Metapack play in this emotional space where actually the table stakes are the certainty of choice of delivery? We integrate 300 carriers onto our technology platform. These are a combination of posts, express companies, locker box operators, parcel stores, and some of the other more innovative delivery options. Between them, they offer 3,500 different services. So service could be next day delivery before 10 a.m., nominated day, and so on and so on. You get the picture that these 300 carriers provide a multiplicity of services. And going back to these retailers, those conversations, they're sifting through those service levels, trying to work out which one fits their brand proposition, depending on the basket value, depending on the basket contents, depending on their own brand, which of these delivery experiences is the one that they want to link their brand to. Then from a data point of view, we're handling the generation of the label, the tracking number, the pulling back of tracking data, manifesting information to carriers. Between those 300 carriers, they pass us 25,000 different types of status update. So dispatched, received at hub, delivery, out for delivery, failed first delivery, and so on and so on. We map those 25,000 onto 61 harmonized codes, and then allow our enterprise retail customers to access that world through a single API. So we bring all of the complexity down and bring it to a single point. So for example, if you take the US market, we provide services from United States Postal Service. We provide the, I would say, complicated EVS manifesting and make that available to shippers outside of the US so that they can generate compliant USPS labels with the tracking number and provide that. Very important if you're selling on a marketplace. You'll get marked down if you don't do that. Similarly, we've heard from other posts during the last few days. So for a United States shipper, we could potentially help them access services from An Post or Singapore Post or Swiss Post, or even some of the private operators like DHL, UPS, FedEx, and so on and so on. My three truths. Retailers get it. Delivery is emotional. Second truth, cross-border is also emotional. Third truth, you have to understand the domestic services and access them directly if you want to provide a happy experience like we saw on the video. Thank you.